When I was 6, I got diagnosed with anxiety and depression. So from there, like I kind of like was already having thoughts. I never really had thoughts of like how to do it. I just was like, oh, I'm gonna do it. And I almost did it when I was like 10, then almost when I was like 15, and then yeah.
What would you say is the biggest regret that you've had in your life?
I feel like when I was younger, I left my dad's house and I told him I didn't want to ever see him again. So I think that was about the biggest regret.
What did your dad do?
Well, because my dad was like abusive, so he would like physically, mentally, verbally abuse me. So yeah. So I told him, I was like, I don't want to see you. I blocked him, blocked everyone. Then I started posting shit up on TikTok about my life.
What's your relationship with your father now?
It's better. He went to therapy, so he's way better now. I give him props for that. It takes a lot for him to do such things since he's like low-key sexist.
You post about your life on TikTok?
I did. I took it all down though.
Did you go viral?
No.
Oh shit.
Well, some people saw. Not all, but a lot. So, I mean, my parents were never together. So my mom left when she was 5 months pregnant with me. So then the next year she got with my stepdad, which was 2007. Then I lived with my mom till I was 6. And then I started going back and forth with my parents.
Do you have a better relationship with your mom than your dad?
No.
Oh shit.
Can you describe a little bit more about your relationship with your mom?
It's like an on and off thing because she's like a little bit like narcissistic. She has like mental health disorders. So from time to time she tries to bring up old problems that we used to have and try to bring it and be like, oh, like you did this, you did that. And I was like, oh no. So she tries to fight with me a lot about things that don't matter.
Would you say your parents' issues kind of inspire you to be like a different or better person?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to be a better mom, than better parents, find my person and like settle down and not have to like put my kid through such things that I went through.
Anything that you've like struggled with that like it was like really fucking hard to get over?
I feel like being selfless. I used to be really selfless and I used to let everyone just walk all over me and kind of just do what they wanted and I'll be fine with it. So, like suicide. I almost tried killing myself a couple times.
Oh.
When I was 6, I got diagnosed with anxiety and depression. So from there, like I kind of like was already having thoughts. I never really had thoughts of like how to do it. I just was like, oh, I'm gonna do it. And I almost did it when I was like 10, then almost when I was like 15, and then yeah.
What would you say stopped you from it?
I'm the oldest, so I have siblings and little cousins that look up to me, and like growing up, always seeing them follow what I do, kind of like makes me see like I can't just give up, because they're looking at what I'm doing, and if they see me give up, they're gonna want to do it too. I wouldn't really say crazy, but when I left my dad's house, it was kind of crazy. The police kept coming to my house. Police knocked on the door, was like, hey, like, you want to go to your dad's? I was like, no. Then CPS came, and then they asked me questions, and they're like, oh, what's going on? And then I told them, and then they portrayed me as a monster to my dad, and was apologizing to my dad. Just because my dad showed them pictures of me with him, and they were like, oh, I'm sorry, like, you must have been treating her so right, her life is so much better over here. Then I went to, the harbor, which is like somewhere where like either you're like a runaway or like you're a bad kid or like you're suicidal. Like you go there and they ask you questions, and that too. I went there. I saw a couple people. Kind of scared me of like things that go on around. I don't know.
Describe a little bit of that experience.
So when you walk in, it's like a normal office, and then like you see like these little rooms, and they're like there's glass windows, and like I looked at this one girl, and she like gave me the meanest look, which I was like, okay. Like she looked like she did something really bad. She was in there with her mom, Then I saw someone that I was friends with there. He was a runaway. So that was pretty much like they didn't just bad shit. I didn't do bad shit. I listened to my parents, unfortunately. I wouldn't say exactly chase, but it's like they would always end up at my door if I didn't go with my dad. So like I've always had encounterments with like the cops. Like growing up, they said, well, my mom said, she told me this story because she said when I was like 2, they said that my grandpa touched me inappropriately and I had told her, and that they called the cops and I didn't say shit. I don't even remember any of that happening. So I mean, I'm just doing psychology, like that's my major, trying to be a therapist, trying to help kids like me.
Can you, because we don't really get a lot of sorority girls.
Yeah.
Can you describe what a sorority is like?
For me, honestly, at first I was a little nervous that like I wouldn't fit in because like, you know, you hear all those stereotypes, like there's all these white girls or something, but no, like they're really like, you go, they like talk to you, they try to get to know you, they try to understand you. Like I got close with one, I went out with them, they're really nice. I got close with a couple, we got like, they're really just like comforting. Like you could just like your sister, you know, like you have a brother or you have a best friend that you're really close to, like they kind of just open you like open arms, like they're like, hey, like we're here for you, like we may not know you yet, but we're here for you already. So they're really sweet.
What happened to you like in the past that was like, is that like your main influence for wanting to be like a therapist?
Yeah, because I love helping people. I always like anytime like I just feel like helping people is just like kind of like a way to be, because if like if you're struggling, you're gonna want someone to be there for you. So when you see someone struggling, you just walk away from them, like they're like struggling, it's kind of like thing like you would want someone there, so why are you doing it to other people? I mean, kind of like almost all the time. Like I have people around me who love me and care for me, but like with battling like depression and everything, like you kind of can't help but feel that way, because it feels like no one knows what you're going through like mentally. No one understands what you're being told and what you're like seeing in yourself. Like when you look in the mirror, like you see something and then people be like, oh no, you don't look like that, and then they're like, oh, like you're like, no, I look like that, that's who I am. And it's just like all the time, you could be in a room at a party full of people around you who want to do better for you, but at the end of the day you feel like you're just sitting there alone on the couch.
That's real as well.
Being the odd one out.
You feel like you're the odd one out?
Yeah, a lot of time with my family.
So you don't really get along with your family?
Well, I do, because we're very family oriented, but like I feel like as a personality wise, I feel like I have more empathy than all my family, because they really could care less about what the person is doing, or like they don't really think deeply into things. Because me personally, I've always thought like, oh, like it should be like this, and like, oh, if you're thinking this, you should think this too. So it's like they don't care, like they just want the basic and the most simple thing. Like someone could be like I've always like, I taught my dad like how to like give people on the street stuff, like not just money but like food and stuff. Like anytime I see like a homeless person, I try to give them money if they're really trying to work for it. Like you can tell. Like I saw the other day a guy, he was like juggling axes in the middle of the street, but they're fake, but I like gave him money because he seems like he really wanted to do something with his life, and it sucks that a lot of times you can't, especially even here.
Are you gonna give me money?
I do not have money.
I'm doing something that I like. I'm doing something I like.
You didn't give me money, you gave the charity money. It's a fundraiser.
Fair enough. Okay. Like, what was like the biggest heartbreak that you've had?
My dad. It was my first heartbreak. Kinda teaches you like you can't just depend on somebody, kinda be independent. He's always told me that. He's not a loving person himself. He just kinda bought me shit, and it's like, here, this is how I love you. And growing up, I never really had him around because he was always working. So, but I'm outgoing, but I don't put myself out there.
So like, in what ways are you outgoing?
Like if like like that. Like if I'm doing a fundraiser, I can walk up to somebody and kind of just talk to them, or if like I see someone alone, I can go up to them. But I don't feel like, as of like when I'm just sitting here, I will never just have like, oh hey to someone or nothing. Like I would have to be around people to be outgoing. I can't do it alone. I get really embarrassed.
You're embarrassed easily?
Yes, really easily. Because I think of it too deeply. I think of it like...
Did you just get embarrassed right there?
No.
Have you ever like felt love? Like real love?
Sometimes. So I have friends. They show me real love. I have a couple best friends. They've been here with me for a while. They've seen me go through all the things I've gone through. And they've been here. I feel like that's real love. I don't think love should just be romantically. It could be friendships. It could be family. So my friends always been there. I mean, they always been here. I got played a lot, all the time. So they've always been there, regardless if I pushed them away during the time that I was doing anything. They kind of were always just there, willing to listen to me, even if I repeated it myself 100 times.
Have you ever been in any fights?
No.
Oh.
I almost have gotten in a fight, but I never, like, I've always been unproblematic. Well, I try to be.
Wait, how did you almost get into a fight?
Because a girl was saying things about me that wasn't true, and she kept, like, victimizing herself, crying and everything. And I got to the point where it was like, okay, that's enough. Like, I was being nice to her about it. I was, like, talking to her one-on-one, and she's just telling everyone that I'm a bad person and everything. And I was like, just not what we're gonna do.
So would you say, like, you make friends pretty easily?
Yeah. A lot of people say I'm too friendly. I overshare. A lot of people say that I overshare, but I feel like I think that's just who I am as a person. I just think I share like my life, so people don't feel like they're alone when they go through stuff.
So what do you like usually at parties? Do you go to like let's say like, obviously like you're probably outgoing at parties,
right,
like with people
right,
that you know, but like if you're at like, let's say like a random college party.
Oh,
like,
if someone walks up to me, I'll talk. If not, I'll just be there to look.
What's like the worst party experience you've ever had?
I don't go out. Like, I haven't really gone to parties. I have strict parents for the most part. Like, I'm able to go out, but I have to give them like a time in advance to go out. I can't do like, if someone tells me, oh, there's a party today, I can't go.
What's your favorite memory?
My favorite memory? That's a great question. I think my graduation, because it's the only time that my parents were in like maybe like 100 feet and they weren't fighting.
So like most of your life stems around your parents?
Yeah, it was always like the middle. So it's like when my parents had to talk to each other, it was through me.
You were like the messenger?
Did you hate that?
Oh, I hated it. I always told them, I was like, I'm going to move out when I'm 18, but here I am still with my dad. My mom used to say that my dad beat her when they were together. And my dad was like, I would never do such a thing. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I can't. I told him, I was like, I can't say one or the other.
What is your views on the world? Like,
I think as a generation, we're going down, especially with the like get played or be the one playing. I don't think that makes any sense because okay. So I'm really like I'm really like a lover girl. So if I'm with somebody, I get really like I like remember the little things and like everything. So, pretty much, I hate it. And the world, I feel like, especially since it's like around the election, they both suck, but you gotta pick one. So I feel like Trump, especially, I'm never gonna pick because one, I'm a woman. Two, my parents are immigrants, so it makes no sense. I'd rather go to war than lose my rights.
For the world, anything right now, like, what would you tell them? Any message for like, or any message for like people who have been through like what you've been through?
To just be yourself and just not like let anything get to you, because at the end of the day, people are gonna talk and they're gonna say what they're gonna say, but at the end of the day, you know who you are. So it doesn't matter what people view of you, because on the inside you know who you. Just YOLO it. Just do. If you want to do it, just do it. Like,
Just YOLO life.
just YOLO life. Maybe not on everything. Don't quote me on that. Like, if you do like a felony, that's not my fault. But if it's something safe and within the law, do it.
What if it's illegal?
That's what I said, within the law.
Like, what if they still want to do it?
Oh, well, that's on them, not on me.
You're influencing people.
No, I'm not. No, that's not me. That's not me.
You said YOLO life. They're gonna.
Okay,
YOLO
but
life.
I like explained what YOLO meant to me, so that's on them for just listening to the YOLO part. What is it? 3?